What's up, everybody? I did not expect to go live again tonight. I just made a video on cryptic cows, and then I got this awesome news. I don't even know who I first saw it from. It was somebody on Twitter. Basically, and I follow Andrei Jikh on Instagram. I've been following Andrei Jikh for a while, watching his stock videos and his dividend investments and all that fun stuff. I guess you can consider me a fanboy of his, but I'm super excited because back in March, I'll go ahead and pull it up, letting a few people get in here if they choose. Let's go ahead and look at the Coin Gecko. What's up, Torres and VV Vault? Yeah, this is huge. That's why I just jumped on live just to say this. And I'll let a few more people jump in here before I show it. But if you don't know, Andrei Jikh is an influencer in the stock world, kind of in the crypto world, even though he doesn't plan to be a crypto influencer. This doesn't justify, let's see how many views he has on YouTube, because that doesn't justify how insanely popular he is. And yeah, like I said, I didn't expect to go live, but after seeing this, he has 1.7 million subscribers on YouTube, big influence. He bought ecomi back in March when it was at 0.09. It was like 0.0095. He bought $150,000 worth of ecomi back in March when it was worth that. Heard pretty much just silence, a little bit of FUD, a little bit of negativity from that crew, from Andrei Jikh and from Graham Stephan and them about ecomi, and he's in the dark. Well, he sees, I'm assuming, the price jumping up in the last few weeks, and he's like, oh, wait, maybe I did make the right decision. Again, this is my personal opinion. And he decides that ecomi is worth the investment. So what he does today is huge for ecomi. Absolutely insane. He posts on his story. He originally says, ecomi, the homie, come back. Okay. He said, should I make an updated video on ecomi, VV, and ecomi? This is big too, because obviously he understands the differentiation between ecomi, VV, and ecomi. ecomi being, of course, the token, VV being the collectibles, ecomi being the entire project. Then he posts something kind of random, and then boom. I wish I could just leave it on here for a second. I'll just probably jump back and forth. The first edition, first ever minted NFT on the VV platform, Todd McFarlane Batman, number 100, just purchased. This is so exciting. Crypto Far West would say I'm so bullish I can eat my desk. This is absolutely insane. So Andrei Jikh bought a Todd McFarlane. So Todd McFarlane, the prices I imagine are about to skyrocket because somebody with an influence of 1.7 million people just bought into Todd. That is first collectible. If that's not cool enough, I mean, this is Andrei Jikh we're talking about. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to make a video just on Andrei Jikh because I have been a fanboy of his for quite some years, and I just haven't. So this is just me going live to talk about it. Buys a Todd and puts it in his gallery. So I know so many of you out there buy collectibles all the time. Let's be honest, you want to flip them. A lot of you just want to flip them, and that's completely okay. That's also part of this whole thing. Some people like to hold, some people like to flip. He went to the extent to put it in his gallery. He blew it up in AR, I'm assuming this is an AR, and put it in his gallery to view Todd McFarlane Batman. He took an extra step. He didn't just close his eyes, buy it, and hope that the price goes up later. He's actually able to interact with Todd McFarlane Batman and see how cool VV is. Andrei Jikh, this level of influencer, about to make a video on ecomi, VV, and ecomi, buys a Todd and puts it in his vault. I had to go live to share this with you guys, just to share the excitement. I'm sitting here, just made another video, super tired, ready to go to bed soon, ready for tomorrow's drops and the next few days drops. And I see that Andrei Jikh buys back into VV ecomi. This is crazy. I don't think you guys realize, how big this is. It's the collectibles. Of course, I think they're going to rebound with or without Andrei Jikh. But the fact that Andrei Jikh is buying in, that's just a guaranteed rebound right there. Again, those who believe in VV, we knew that, the prices are kind of going down. Secret rare comics are definitely undervalued. A lot of everything is undervalued right now. And then Andrei Jikh enters the scene. I also think it's interesting that somebody said, Orestes said, great news, man. Yeah, absolutely. This is amazing news. I think it's a little interesting that he bought a 6725 mint. Not that that's significant, and that's just the thing. I'm wondering if Andrei Jikh doesn't really understand mint, because he's wealthy enough. He could have bought whatever mint he wanted to. I'm wondering if he just bought the floor and decided to keep it. That's my assumption. I hope Andrei Jikh gets further and further into this, because like with his support and like with like a better word, his shill, this is like insane. Like I can't express enough how excited I am about this, that Andrei Jikh is back in the game. I mean, like, it wasn't even, if you're just jumping in here, yo, what's up, Brendan? He said, I'm late. What happened? Andrei Jikh posted on his story that he's going to make another Omi, Vivi, and ecomi video. He bought a Todd McFarlane Batman, and he put it in his vault. Like, that's a big deal. This is the same guy that a month ago was on a live with Graham Stephan, the Jeremy, and the other Kevin, Kyle, Kevin, I think. And, yeah, meet Kevin. And was like, yeah, I don't really know what I was doing. I spent $150,000. He originally spent $150,000 on Omi back in March when it was 0.0095. He bought it from a third party. I don't know exactly who he bought it from. I'm assuming to avoid fees. Almost right after he bought in, like a week or two later, it starts dipping and never recovers. Andrei Jikh sees that it's recovering and he held his investment the entire time. He's already confirmed that a couple of times, but like this is like absolute confirmation. Not only did he not sell his Omi, to me, this is showing that he's bullish on the project as a whole. I mean, it's not, he bought more. Like, I know it's just not more Omi. He bought a Todd. Now, of course, that's like a drop. That's barely anything for Andrei Jikh, you know, that as far as like finances go. But that's not just telling me that he wants to recover his investment and leave. That tells me that he wants to be here longer. I mean, he's buying in today. It's one thing that Andrei Jikh bought in back in March. It's another thing that he bought in today or yesterday or whenever this was. Like, that's significant news. Like, I am so excited about this. We got a couple more people in chat. Brendan said that this is huge. Yeah, I can't wait until more people see this. I'm sure it's going to be all over the place tomorrow. I just saw it and just like got super excited by myself. Had to get on live and share it with you guys. Andrei knows low serials don't really matter. Yeah, they really don't matter in most NFT spaces. They obviously, you know more than me, but they do, you know, matter on VV. I'm wondering if he just doesn't know that. I know back when he bought the Omi token, it kind of surprised me because Andrei does his research about a lot and he's extremely intelligent. But some of the things he said about the Omi token didn't really make sense. Like, I feel like he didn't do a full tokenomics research on it before he went in. I feel like he just kind of trusted somebody and kind of went in when him and I think Graham Stephan almost bought into Omi. And during Andrei and Graham's conversation about it, like last month, Graham was even like, no, I think Graham did sell. And he was like, man, I'm glad that I sold, or like I didn't buy in because there was apparently some sketchy figure involved. If you're in the space, you know who they were talking about. You know that's been resolved. But that video, in my opinion, was a little bit of pessimism. And this is just like a complete rebound. I mean, this is like going from, I'm going to be honest with you guys, everyone who's here. I thought Andrei was going to recover his investment once he got back up to 0.009 or 0.01 and leave, because this is extremely risky for Andrei. This is the same influencer who stays in that circle to where 10 to 15% gains every year is what they do. And he does dividend investments. He does safe stock investments. His risk level, his risk tolerance is like Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum. I mean, he bought into Bitcoin, Ethereum on BlockFi and all that fun stuff. So like the fact that he chose Omi out of any altcoin out of the thousands that are out there is just like absolutely insane. And it totally makes sense because, I mean, if you know Andrei, he's kind of a nerd. He posts Pokemon cards, which, speaking of which, I have like a ton. This is a bad example, but I have a ton right next to me. As you can see, I collect it as well. But that's one of the reasons why I follow him. He posts like Marvel stuff and DC stuff every once in a while. So like VV, ecomi, and everything is just like right up his alley, and it totally makes sense. But again, this is total confirmation to me that he didn't bail. He's back. I won't be surprised if in the next coming weeks he kind of plays around with this Todd McFarlane Batman. He realizes that VV is cool as hell, and he decides to keep on building his vault. And I mean, again, it's not like he doesn't have the money to do it. He could have an insane vault. He's actually buying in at a great time right now because, as you know, the market prices are fairly low compared to what they have been in the past couple of weeks. So the fact that Andrei is buying in and he has a Todd McFarlane, like, Oh, my mind is blown. I'm actually about to look it up right now. See if this affected Todd's floor price. I believe that the floor price of Todd was 1,500 probably earlier today. I don't check every day because I don't plan on selling my Todd anytime soon. All right, so right now from the time I'm making this video, it's 9:05 Central Time, and Todd is currently 1.6K. You probably can't see that. You can check on your own phones, but yeah, Todd's 1.6K. We'll see in the morning if this individually skyrockets the price of Todd. I'm not expecting it to necessarily do that per se. I wouldn't be surprised if it has an impact, maybe like 1.8K by tomorrow. I have no idea. But the main point of all of this is not only did Andrei Jikh not abandon ship, he's still buying in to ecomi. Like, I think that's the highlight of this for me. It's like, again, I honestly thought Andrei was going to sell his OMI once he recovered his investment because I thought that was too risky for him. He saw it go from 0.0095 all the way down to like 0.0016, and he saw it go back up, and now he's like, oh gosh, I'm done. I mean, $150,000 to him probably isn't that much money, but to the regular person, that's a lot of money to put into something. And this is telling me that he's in it for the long haul. He's not just going to recover his investment. He's going to buy collectibles. I think Todd is the first of many. I think he might even buy OMI again once he understands that you can buy OMI and buy land in this metaverse with it and all the things that are coming with it. He might even buy more. I think he has like six. I don't know how much he has. He bought $150,000 worth of OMI at like 0.0095. Whoever wants to do that math can. I think it was like 16 million tokens, but I'm probably wrong about that. Let's see what we got in chat. Andrei needs a Da Vinci Pride ASAP. Yeah, absolutely. That might be his next collectible. Andrei's pretty nerdy. I feel like I say that loosely. So am I. I feel like he's going to buy a lot of Marvel and DC stuff. 100%. If Pokemon drops, Andrei's going to be buying all the Pokemon NFTs. He'll probably be like the Ray Fixie. How Ray Fixie is to Pride. He'll probably be like that for the Pokemon collectibles. Absolutely. I'm just so excited about this. Again, I know a few of you like just jumped in chat. Let's just recap real quick. Yeah, definitely nerdy cool. I'm not hating on that. Like I'm so excited. Recap real quick for those who are just jumping in. Andrei Jikh is an influencer, 1.7 million subscribers on YouTube, several 100,000 on different social media platforms, blue check mark. Really awesome for the investing community. He bought into OMI back in March when it was 0.00. It was like in the nines. I think it was 9.5 particularly. And pretty much right after he bought, we saw a downward trend all the way down to like 0.00. I think it was like 1.14, you know. And like a month ago, we found out that he was still holding. I think he said something to Graham about it, saying, look, I'm still holding. And Graham's like, yeah, I'm glad that I didn't buy in, or I'm glad that I sold. And Andrei was kind of like, whatever. So that was a little pessimistic for us. And then we have silence for a month. We see the coin go back, make a good correction, going in an upward trend. And then boom. Should I make another OMI VV ecomi video? And he buys a Todd McFarlane Batman. I'm wondering if he's going to be in that exclusive club. The club with Dan Schwabel and Jeremiah Oyang. I wonder if he knows about that because there are other influencers as well. That'd be worth tagging them on Twitter and seeing if he's going to be in that Discord group, which I need to be in. I haven't even joined it yet, but I own a Todd, so I technically can be in it. But yeah, he bought in. He not only bought in, but he actually put Todd McFarlane in his vault, which is a big deal because like that shows he actually had interaction with his purchase. He didn't just buy it just for the heck of it. So guys, I'm stoked. Again, I've almost made videos just on Andrei Jikh in the past. His interaction with VV and ecomi, because I've been following him for quite some time. He really helped me with dividend investments back in when I was investing in stocks more often, and I always commented on his videos when actually just sent him a DM. I doubt he responded. Yeah, I sent him. I said, yes, I used to comment and make OMI videos on your channel before you even first bought in. And that's totally true. So before Andrei first bought in, he was making like shill coin videos, not on purpose, just kind of like going over it. And on every video I would comment, I would say, buy Omi, or make a video about Omi, make a video about Omi. So when he did make a video about Omi back in March, I flipped out, of course, because, I mean, I was waiting on it for so long. Let's see. We went through a little crypto for a little bit, went back to stocks. He's, of course, one of those YouTubers that keeps up with trends, understandably. He kind of has to. His following is so big. Wasn't 10 months ago. Did I miss it? I know he didn't hide it. Don't tell me you're disappointed in your Omi purchase. And as you can tell, the amount of videos of his I actually watched by their like red, like I've watched so much of his stuff. Okay, apparently I don't know where the Omi token is. The truth about Safe Moon, the fact that he made a Safe Moon video but not, I don't know. He has an Omi video somewhere in here, but I'm not going to spend a ton of time on that. Let's see what we got. Website. On the Designer Con website, there's a picture of Kevin Durant with Frank Kozik. That's pretty sweet. I was just about to buy a ticket and saw that. Sorry, guys. I want to find this Omi video. Did he, I'm wondering if he took it down. It's not like Andrei to take down his videos. Oh, here it is. So yeah, this is his video back in 6 months ago when he bought $150,000 worth. I would play it, but I'll save that for another day, and I'm sure you already saw it. Absolutely crazy. He spends $150,000, watches it go down to, well, at least, I'd say at least 80,000, probably less than that. Holds it the whole time, watches it go back up. Now he decides that he wants to jump back in it and make. Oh, by the way, this is really cool too. You gotta keep in mind this dude's got 1.7 million followers. So like, or subscribers, although the ecomi fam is strong and we react well, that was shown in the most undervalued project competition where we beat Quant in the finals, which is a big deal. Quant's a good coin as well. He's got 1.7 million subscribers, and still this has a 79% yes. That tells me a lot. 79% of 1.7 million people, you know, not that many, obviously, like a couple 100,000 on Instagram, and whatever percent of that interacted with this post said, yes, you should make an updated ecomi Omi VV video. Like that's pretty cool too. So like not just Andrei being on board, but Andrei's fans aren't just Omi people. They aren't just ecomi people, VV people. Like us, the people that are probably watching this live stream right now, like we live, eat, and breathe VV because like we're in the same Twitter space, we're in the same YouTube space. We all watch V-Vault's videos. Like, you know, we're all in his live stream. Like we're all around each other. But the fact that 80% of people still said, yes, I want you to make another video on this, like crazy. Oh, I'm sitting here not knowing exactly how many tokens he bought. And it says it right here, 16 million tokens. So he's got like 2 million more tokens than Foster Hill, whatever. Forgot his last name, but yeah. Really big investment in Omi. It's at 120K right now, so he's still down 30K. He'll make that back up, you know, in the upcoming months, as you know. And I think he'll be pleasantly surprised. And today, October 12th, marks the day that I believe Andrei is going to continue to hold Omi. And I really hope that not only does he continue to hold Omi, that he understands the future of this project. He understands that he's going to be able to buy land with that Omi, that he can make a little Andrei Jikh mansion that he can make for his YouTube videos and place it in Las Vegas so he doesn't have to pay taxes on it like he did in California, that he can grow his vault because he just bought a Todd McFarlane Batman. That shows me right there that he's done a little bit of research. Again, like he bought a first appearance Batman. If you've been here for a while, you know how important Todd McFarlane is. And that he decided to make that his first purchase. And a recap for those that are just coming in, I think one of the coolest parts for me is he put it in his showroom. Like, it's so easy just to buy, like, VV collectibles and not interact with them, you know? Like, I say it's easy. Like, I interact with my collectibles, but I know a lot of people that don't. They buy it just to flip it, and that's okay. Everybody has different goals. But Andrei decided to put it in his showroom and interact with it. I hope he played with it in AR, kind of saw the different possibilities. I hope that he knows that because he owns the Todd McFarlane Batman, he'll be put in a special Discord groups led by Jeremiah Oyang and Dan Swabble. And I hope he knows all this around it, and that we're going to get Showrooms V2 very soon, and that we're going to be moving to Immutable very soon. I hope he understands Immutable. So I think one thing that's really funny is people that I look up to, like say Andrei Jikh. I would definitely say I look up to him. He was like investing before most of the world was, and dividend investing before most of the world was. I always find it interesting when they post a video on something that I know more about than them. And I don't mean that prideful. I mean that like anybody watching this probably knows more about ecomi than Andrei does. So I'm very interested to see this video that he's going to drop maybe tomorrow, maybe a couple days from now on OMI VV ecomi. I'm sure it's going to be accurate. Most of the time he makes videos, they are pretty accurate on whatever he's making. I would just like to know what he has to say about it. What's going to be the strong points? Is he going to talk about the he's got to talk about the collectibles. He's got a Todd McFarlane Batman. He's probably going to blow this up in front of his Vegas mansion or something. We got chat a little bit. Oh, what? Top Killer said Andrei introduced me to VV. That's really cool. Yeah, so you got introduced to VV back 6 months ago when you made that $150K investment into it. Let's see. I had it up. Here it is. So this video, is this the first video that introduced you to VV? OMI to the moon, 150K invested. Andrei's original. Let's see. We got Jim Lee Joker is the first villain on VV, I'm pretty sure. His original OMI video was strong. Yeah, it was. I really liked his original OMI video. I think he did a great job at it. Yeah, can y'all see if either Mojo or Jim Lee was first? Maybe he will surprise us because that early video. Yeah, I think he will surprise us too. I didn't mean that to sound pessimistic towards his video that he's going to come out with. What take is he going to be on it? You know, like he's obviously not just going to do technical analysis, but it's like, where's he been for the last 6 months? OMI to the moon, 150K invested was his last full dedicated OMI video. Since then, he's like kind of mentioned OMI. There's a few videos up in here to where like I think his NFT video or something, he like kind of pointed towards OMI and VV, and then he was quiet about it. And then he's mentioned OMI and VV and like a few other videos, like a few other live streams with his like, I forgot their term, the group of millionaires, Millennial Minute. He's mentioned it a few times there. So yeah, it's just like, I don't know where he's been. So I'm very interested to see what he has to say about it. His new video will explode the user base. I think so too. I think the first time Andrei mentioned ecomi, VV, and OMI, I don't think we were ready. I don't 100% think we're ready yet, but we are way more ready than we were back in March. We are way more ready. We are way more prepared for it. So I think now is a good time for Andrei to make a video on this, and I'm super excited to see. Man, like, isn't there like, I haven't even really had time to focus on the drop, but like we've had so many drops this week. So obviously the amount of drops we have had during the New York Comic-Con has kind of affected the price of collectibles because the market's just a little bit oversaturated. And then of course people getting locked out of accounts and blah, 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 blah. I'm not here to talk about that. But what I am here to talk about, like what my point is it's the absolute perfect time for all these new users to come in. Because like right now prices are fairly low in secondary marketplace. We just bought a lot of stuff either off primary market or secondary market during this New York Comic-Con. And it's like prices are like ready to go again. So it's like everything's prompted and ready. What can be the catalyst, which we already have a few catalysts. We have Immutable, we have V2, we have Season 3. Like we have so many things coming. But if we have an influencer with 1.7 million subscribers on YouTube saying, VV is cool. I bought a Todd McFarlane Batman. I can interact with it. I can blow it up in AR. And if he understands, this is why I think it's important. Like if he understands Vverse, like he's like, man, I'll be able to socialize and exist as this Todd McFarlane Batman in a metaverse and this like virtual reality. And I'll be one out of the 7,500 Todds in that metaverse to exist that look like this. Like if he says something like that and like people understand it and he can explain in better ways than I can explain it, like people are going to have their minds blown. They're going to be running to VV, be like, okay, well, you know, I've tried to buy NFTs in the past and it just didn't work out because I got to install MetaMask and I got to buy ETH on Coinbase. I got to send it over. and I got to connect it to OpenSea or connect it to blah, blah. It's like, no, you just load up your credit card, your debit card, and buy an NFT, baby. And it's like people that are like watching Andrei's video and they understand that and they grasp that. Like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, that's going to be huge. Let's see what we got in chat. Let's see. That sound you hear is Crypto Far West salivating at more Andrei Jikh content for the next WTF is VV. Absolutely. And I'm here for it. Posters tomorrow. Yes. 007 posters 4. I'm trying to stack more than 20 Jim Lee Jokers currently. Have 5, but it's underrated in my eyes. Same editions as Todd FA. Can be worth 3 to 4 of Todd in the future. I know Todd's got the private group. I definitely think Todd will always have an edge on Joker, but I do agree that it's undervalued. I have 2. I wish I had more, but I have 2. I almost sold a couple weeks ago for liquidity, but like 1. I'm always going to have 1 at least for a while, but I didn't. I'm glad I kept it. Todd 10K by end of the year, Superman 5K. So it's funny. I was making YouTube videos on VV back in March, and I bought Todd off the market. And I don't know if you remember, if any of you guys were here since March, it's kind of sketchy to talk about. There's this group on Telegram that's called Todd Street Bets. And the whole point, it's like, it sounds freaking illegal, but whatever. I wasn't really involved. I just got invited to it because I had Todd. Basically, everyone agreed to hold their Todds until 10K. And then it kind of became a joke. And it's funny because over this past few weeks, it's like Todd being 10K absolutely seems possible. Like back then, I was like, oh, yeah, like whatever. This Todd's, maybe it'd be worth 10K like 10 years from now, whatever. I have no idea. But the fact that Todd's worth 1.6K right now, probably be worth 1.8K by morning. Yeah, I see it. I totally see it. I mean, like, there's a difference between Todd being like a couple $100 and then trying to think of 10K. And whereas now Todd's about to hit, 2K in the near future. It's like, oh, well, 10K is only like, what would that be? 5X from here. So like, yeah, totally possible. As far as Superman goes, Superman 5K, I could see it, especially with their little private club that they got going. Captain Carter, Superman, no, I disagree. I don't have either. I missed Captain Carter on the drop. I had 2 bars of service. Didn't feel like buying in for 250. Viva, if you're still there, I don't know if you meant this, but I agreed with you, whether you meant it or not. You didn't deliberately say this, but like I think too many people are focusing on trying to complete sets for Master Collector. I think I could totally be wrong, but I feel like that video Dan did with the women of VV, he kind of crushed that. Like he was kind of like saying, well, sure, sets are going to be included in Master Collector, but so are number of collectibles, so are interaction on the VV app, so is how long you've been here, so is how long you've been holding the select item. So like, I think sets are going to be good, but I think they're almost overemphasized. You didn't say that directly, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you said something along those lines. I was like, I don't know if he meant to go there with that, but I agree with him. I could be wrong. Maybe sets are everything, but I just don't see it. I'm sure sets will hold a good amount of weight, but like trying to advertise Captain Carter as the cheapest set, like, I don't know. Sets are almost more of a flex, I feel like, than a Master Collector bonus. I mean, they are going to help a Master Collector, but I don't know the weight's going to be what everybody thinks it's going to be, but we'll see. Social media, let's see what we got. Social media is the new VV business model. I just realized I was sitting there talking about that, and you guys are having a conversation about it. Better if you want to complete a cheap set, but not overall for sure. 6,000 is a low number. I'm mocking the scrubs that say that nonsense. Says I'm mocking the scrubs that say that nonsense. I don't actually stand by that. Here, let me get back on this too. I would love it if he tweeted again, like during this live stream. I doubt he will. That's sick. I mean, like, I could like just go back and forth to this all day. And I'm an idiot. I just noticed he even put the O in it. What if Andrei Jikh puts an O in his name? Like, what if? What if? That'd be insane. Let's see what else we got. If Todd hits 10K, Superman with 8K plus. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe. I still think Todd will always stand a good amount in front of Superman, just because it was so early and the first edition, but we'll see. Would be easier to troll if we had Twitch emotes instead of Kappa. I gotta use the fam clown. I don't know if I can like change that or not in chat. I could probably see. I used to be on Twitch back in the day, but I like YouTube Live a lot better. Can't wait to see the Vverse as the #1 stream game on Twitch in the future. Yeah, me neither. They did say in the last AMA that the Vverse was going to start out more social than gamified. So I don't like to get myself too excited about the gamification of it, but I definitely think it's going to come. Honestly, I don't think sets matter. I don't know if you said this while I was saying it before or after, but yeah, I mean, obviously I agree. I just went on a tangent about it. Is it a good or a bad idea to keep all my OMI on my VV account? I feel like it's safe because like it's VV. I keep mine in Trust Wallet just because I don't trust anybody or anything. I would keep it on a whatever it's called. I would keep it on an ecomi wallet if I had one, but I don't like the actual like physical wallet. I have hard wallets for my other crypto, but not for OMI. I always get scared I could get locked out of the account and then lose 2 investments at once. I don't think, unless you broke their terms of service, I don't think they could legally do that. I don't think it's a good idea if they can restrict your account with no warning. Just put it in a cold storage. Yeah, I got mine in Trust Wallet. As you know, I've been making videos about Trust Wallet since March. Exactly, especially over that whole bonanza. Immutable X marketing could be nuts, especially with all the TikTok trafficking coming soon. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Immutable's already been nuts. I don't know if y'all have like watched it lately, but I've made some trades on there, and it's so much fun and it's so freaking easy to do. Also, like all the projects that are hitting Immutable are like booming right now. I haven't seen a single project on Immutable just like crash yet that I've been a part of. Actually, right before I went live, right now, I made a video on a project that's coming to Immutable that I'm super excited about. But I'm not here to talk about that. I just want steady rise. They need to implement KYC. Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah, I kind of want to see a steady rise too. It's kind of what I was saying about Andrei Jikh. We weren't ready back in March. We're more ready now, but I can't say we're entirely ready for the masses to roll in. I mean, there's definitely some more kinks to work out. But all that to say, guys, I'm excited about this news. I did see it on Twitter. Let's see. I don't know. It doesn't really matter who originally tweeted it. I think it might have been Crypto Khaki, but I was checking for a second. But I was super excited. Chris, if you were to get someone into this investment, would you tell them to buy OMI or collectibles or both? So I watched Foster and the Todd father talk about this. The Todd father sold a lot of OMI. I don't remember how much or if he exactly disclosed it, to buy collectibles. And I thought that was a dumb move, a ballsy move, for lack of better words. And sure enough, OMI shot up and collectibles went down. And so, like, I know he's kicking himself. I understand his thought process on that, is that OMI doesn't yet have utility. And so he was expecting OMI to like wait like 6 months before really kicking off. And he was expecting collectibles to keep shooting up. But exactly what could have, the worst case scenario, and that happened, and that's OMI kept on taking off and never went back down. I know that didn't answer your question. I don't know. I bought OMI first and then collectibles. Andrei also bought OMI first and then collectibles. It depends on how much money you're working with too. I mean, I definitely think having both. I think collectibles are fun and kind of gives you a feel for like why you're investing in it in the first place, and gives you vision and like helps you like understand everything. But without them having MTL and without us being on Immutable, you can't immediately get your collectible investment back. So, I mean, obviously you could use third party. Whereas if you buy OMI, not that you would want to sell OMI early, but you have an emergency come up and you need a little bit of liquidity or whatever, at least you're able to, sell that and get the money back pretty quickly. Also, I think like ultimately OMI is going to have like a further growth than like most of the collectibles. So it's kind of hard to say. I think like in the perfect scenario, it would be awesome to buy a lot of collectibles cheap, flip them once the collectible market and comic market pops off, and then sell off most of that for Omi and then keep both. But that's like extremely risky if somebody was like to get into it like tomorrow. Top Killer said, I'm actually spending a bunch of gems just in case Andrei makes another banger vid like always. Yeah, I have no gems to spend. I bought a secret rare today. I bought the secret rare Miles today. It's because it was sick and a lot of other reasons. I'm checking the Todd floor right now. Okay, so Todd floor is not budging. Also, let's see which one he bought. He bought 6725. This is when I wish there was a way. I wonder whose he bought. That'd be cool if like Andrei Jikh bought your Todd. But I wish there was a way like on Ethereum blockchain, which we'll be able to do soon, where I can like watch all the transactions. That way I could just like go see if he bought anything else. Can you share the story again? Absolutely. I'm running. I was super excited about it earlier. I still am. Long story short, Andrei Jikh, influencer, 1.7 million subscribers. Here's the full story. Buys in 6 months ago to Omi, makes a video about it. A lot of people found out about Omi from this video. Even if I can't find the video, you get the point that I'm making. 150,000 invested in Omi. He bought here at 0.095. He bought $150,000 worth. Right after that, it goes downhill. It goes all the way to 0.0014. He went in the dark, didn't say a word about it. Later on, he kind of revealed that he's still holding. There's a video last month that basically said that Graham regretted the decision, or at least he was happy that he didn't buy in, and Andrei just kind of like shrugged it off. He didn't really say much. It's kind of a pessimistic video. As of today, Andrei posts that, well, one, he's still holding, which we kind of knew that, but two, that he wants to make an updated Omi, VV, and ecomi video. That's huge news. But that it doesn't stop there, and this is where, to me, you're going to see videos pop up about this tomorrow. Everybody's going to have a good, valid opinion about it, because everybody in the space and all the content creators, we think differently in very good and insightful ways. Here's my take on it. The fact that he bought a Todd McFarlane Batman is bigger than anything else he said, because that shows me that not only is he still holding his Omi, that he is still buying into the project and that he's understanding the project. I honestly thought that Andrei Jikh was going to sell off all of his Omi once he broke even or kind of got a little bit back over even, because it sounded like in his previous discussion that he's a little pessimistic that he bought in at the first place, because he said things like, it's the riskiest investment I've ever made. It was speculative. There's a sketchy figure involved. He said pessimistic things. But the fact that he bought into a VV collectible and he put it into a showroom shows me that he has long-term vision for this product and for this project, and he's not going to sell. He's not going to dump it all once he breaks even. No problem, David. Thank you for tuning in. Little plug, I make VV and ecomi content, obviously. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate it a lot. I love doing this, and I like making videos. I like going live. As you can tell, I get excited about this stuff. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it. And yeah, that's the full story, boys and girls. I'm excited. This is a big deal for ecomi. This is a big deal for holders. And I won't be surprised if even VV themselves tweet about it if they haven't already. Let's see if they have. What is this? No, they haven't tweeted about it yet. Thanks, David. I appreciate it. This is really cool. I don't know if you've seen this yet. I'm not going to hold it over, but it's on Twitter. It's just a little promo for Edo, which is dropping Thursday, which I have strong opinions about. I was seeing a bunch of stuff about Andrei on my feed earlier. This is the secret rare that I bought earlier today. Download Bit4X, trying to learn how to buy Omi. I have a video on that. My Not my original video because it's old now, but I have an updated video on how to buy Omi in 5 steps, and it's helped out a lot of people. Oh, you got one too, David? Did you get one on drop or did you buy one? I bought one secondary market. I got a good mint number on drop. I'll show you. Well, it was 9. I got 981. It was an uncommon, but yeah, I bought a secret rare on secondary market. That's an awesome snag on drop. I was just hovering over him. If you haven't watched it already, the Comic Way makes videos on comic drops, obviously, and he made one on. It's this person right here. He made one on the drop today, and he basically argued that out of his list of all the comics, that this one makes top 5, and he argued it as a long-term hold. And so yeah, go watch his video on that. It's really good. Just type in The Comic Way on YouTube. With all that being said, I appreciate it, guys. I am super excited. David, congratulations on your secret rare snag. That's really awesome. Andrei Jikh is back. 1.7 million subs. For him to tell about how much he loves Vivi and about how he bought a Todd McFarlane Batman, about how he's still holding Omi, and maybe he'll even mention the metaverse, the Vverse, and he'll mention the social aspect and NFTs all around Vivi. So like, this is a big deal. That's why I went live last minute, not even planning to do this. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Brendan said, have a great night. Chris, you have a great night as well, Brendan. I appreciate it. I will have a good night. I'm going to chill out. I've been going at it too much today. So thanks, guys. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.